Shorebirds continue to suffer from the harmful effects of red tide. An update on the number affected.
Plus, why friends of a Bradenton man killed in a hit-and-run crash over the weekend say he was one of a kind.
And a look at the intense battle beginning this week over President Trump's Supreme Court pick. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Adam Cellini. Thanks for being with us tonight. Scott Dennis has the night off. We start tonight with the increasingly harmful effect of red tide on animals living outside the water.
Experts say they've seen a spike in the number of shorebirds that are dying from red tide, with dozens more now receiving treatment. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick is live at Save Our Seabirds in Sarasota with a look at how these birds are doing. Jess?
As you may remember, I told you guys about 40 shorebirds that were brought here to Save Our Seabirds last Monday alone. It broke records here for the organization. Since then, about 6 or 7 birds have been dropped off every day, bringing the total to about 80 birds affected by red tide.
After last week's newscast, the community really stepped up and really helped out. They were on the beaches looking for these birds, and it was really awesome.
Thanks to the community's generosity, Save Our Seabirds has nursed almost 30 shorebirds back to life. Birds that came in unable to walk or fly are now back up on their feet.
It was a few days, just supportive care, and they were up.
Once Tropical Storm Gordon has passed, these shorebirds will be released back onto Sarasota beaches. Unfortunately, not all of the birds were that lucky. 31 of the 79 total brought to Save Our Seabirds have died.
And that's a mixture of different types of species.
A few miles north in Manatee County, Wildlife Incorporated Education and Rehabilitation Center has had a much different experience with birds and red tide. About 20 birds have been rescued from red tide in recent weeks.
We could still really get a more serious impact, even though I think right now the feeling is that the red tide is going away, and I hope that to be true, but I think we still are prepared for maybe a lot more birds coming in, because it takes sometimes a while for them to really get the effects of the red tide.
About 3 weeks ago, the birds started coming in. These 3 ospreys are currently in Straight's care, along with this laughing gull.
We give them fluids the first few days to try to flush those toxins out of their system, and then we can start them on fish.
Straight and his team have not had an experience like Save Our Seabirds, with 40 birds coming in one day. But he's prepared if that should happen.
There's still places out there where birds can find dead fish to eat, so we're ready for whatever might happen.
Red tide is a powerful toxin that when it's digested by these birds, it can kill them. It makes them dehydrated, unable to stand or walk. And still a lot of research needs to be done on exactly what kinds of effects it has on these birds. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Jess, and obviously hoping those numbers go down.
Yeah,
soon.
hopefully soon. Well, let's check in with meteorologist Josh Stone. He's in for Bob tonight. Josh, what's the latest this hour on Tropical Storm Gordon for us?
All right, Jacqueline and Adam. Yeah, we have this tropical storm that developed this morning, and right now you can see where the heaviest weather is right now to the south here in Collier and Lee County. That's to the south of our viewing area, but it is starting to actually gain a little more strength here. It's going to push to the west and then end up by going northwest over very warm waters. Looks like the atmosphere is conducive for development here. There's no real heavy upper level wind shear, so we could potentially have a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico by tomorrow night. As far as the Suncoast goes right now, it looks like other than a few scattered showers, we're going to see kind of a lull in this right now. And we're going to have on and off steady showers throughout the evening, but I think the heaviest stuff is really to our south and even to our north. As far as advisory goes, small craft advisory just offshore. Further out, we have a tropical storm warning. There's a marginal risk for severe weather. Some of these stronger cells could develop in the overnight. We'll keep an eye out for you. I'll have more on this when I come back. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Josh. Many are mourning the loss of a close friend this weekend. Troopers say Bradenton resident Paul McComb was killed in a hit-and-run Sunday morning. Florida Highway Patrol is still looking for the driver they say is responsible for hitting McComb on State Road 64 just before 6 a.m. The 33-year-old was loved by many who came to mourn his death at Old School Bar and Grill in Sarasota Sunday, where they say he was a regular. McComb is described by those who knew him as friendly, loving, and gracious. They are also asking whoever's responsible to do the right thing and step forward.
Come forward and, give everybody a little bit of closure and peace with that.
You couldn't find a bad quality about Paul except that he gave too much.
Patrons and staff at Old School Bar and Grill are trying to organize a celebration of life later this week. Florida Highway Patrol telling us today that there are still no new developments in that death investigation. The search for a missing 2-year-old boy continues in Largo. Jordan Bellevue went missing Sunday morning after the boy's mother says she and the boy took a ride from a stranger in a white car. The mother claims the stranger punched her, knocking her out, and when she came to in a wooded area, Jordan was missing. An Amber Alert was issued for the child on Sunday morning. Police are currently searching ponds in the area where the mother and son live.
A Northport woman is arrested after a mother found out she was dating her 15-year-old son. Northport police say 22-year-old Alexis Bauman was arrested on Thursday. The victim's mother told authorities that she had met Bauman, who she believed to be 18 years old, 4 months ago and consented to the two of them dating until she learned the suspect was actually 22 years old. Police say the victim claims that the two had sex 2 weeks ago. Bowman was arrested for lewd or lascivious behavior. For more on the latest breaking news here on the Suncoast and across the country, make sure to download our new news app. You can find it in your app store under WWSB or My Suncoast.
Another confirmation battle begins, this time for President Trump's second pick to the Supreme Court, Brett Kavanaugh. Hearings before the Senate Judiciary Committee are set to start tomorrow. ABC's Stephanie Ramos reports from Washington.
Brett Kavanaugh, a 53-year-old D.C. judge, if confirmed, could serve on the Supreme Court bench for decades to come.
Brett Kavanaugh, an extraordinary judge, a long record, 12 years on the D.C. Circuit Court bench, over 300 decisions.
Sources tell ABC News Kavanaugh has been intensely prepping for his confirmation hearings before the Senate Judiciary Committee on Capitol Hill. Judge Kavanaugh likely to face questions about his stance on some hot-button issues. Senate Democrats are expected to grill Kavanaugh on his views of Roe v. Wade and health care. Given that during the campaign, President Trump promised to appoint judges who would overturn both laws.
He was very explicit in terms of what he wanted in a Supreme Court nominee. Those positions may be popular with his Republican base. They're not popular with the American people.
In the past, Kavanaugh has advocated that sitting presidents should be free from the distractions of investigations, a position that critics argue could benefit President Trump in the long run.
He chose the one person that has written that he should have immunity from any investigation and from any kind of prosecution that might result.
Despite the concerns, Kavanaugh may very well be confirmed by the end of September. The GOP currently holds 50 seats, and the late Senator John McCain's seat could be filled by another Republican very soon.
If he does well at the hearing, he will get, my belief is 55 or higher.
It's not just Democrats who are concerned Kavanaugh may overturn Roe v. Wade. Some Republicans are also worried. But so far, it's unclear if they'll give him a no vote. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
Florida's midterm elections are getting national attention this year, but is our election system also under the surveillance of Russian hackers? ABC7's Alan Cohn joins us to discuss the comments made recently by incumbent Florida U.S. Senator Bill Nelson. Alan?
Jacqueline, Bill Nelson says Russian hackers have access to Florida's election networks this year, just like the evidence showed they were back in 2016. But the senator has offered no proof of these claims. Nelson says any more information is classified. Neither his fellow Senator Marco Rubio nor the Senate Intelligence Committee will comment on his claims. Still, Florida is taking the threat of Russian meddling seriously, receiving $19 million from the federal government for cybersecurity upgrades throughout the 67 counties.
I think that he just misspoke, and I wish we wouldn't make a big political thing out of it.
Clearly they have a motivation and they have a desire to be able to destabilize our electoral process.
Join us tonight on ABC 7 at 7 when we'll discuss Senator Nelson's comments and if Florida is taking them seriously enough and how it could impact his bid for re-election this fall. Adam, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alan. Coming up, how multiple tropical systems are wreaking havoc across the country.
Meteorologist Josh Stone will be back with your first alert forecast, plus how to treat the most common health issues in children. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Another pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular Event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular Event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Many websites selling medication may look professional and legitimate, but the vast majority of sites selling prescription drugs are doing so illegally. Criminals use websites to sell counterfeit medications that may contain life-threatening toxins. Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Welcome back. The southern parts of Sarasota County are starting to feel some of the effects of Tropical Storm Gordon. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from Minnesota Beach with the latest on the conditions there. Rick?
Yeah, Adam, good afternoon. The winds have really started to pick up out here, and there has been rain on and off. Despite all that, the Gulf back there still remains pretty calm. You would hardly think that there's a storm lurking out there with people still enjoying the beach. There have been some very powerful wind gusts here over the last hour or so. The popular Pioneer Days event, that was cut a little short today because of the storm.
The combination of a lot of wind and some tents and poles just doesn't add up to having people be around. So we told everyone we were going to cut some things short. We were going to do things a little quicker today because we wanted them to get home safely. So we suggested that Once we finished, we wrapped everything up in about an hour after we made an announcement. We asked if everybody could help us with chairs and tables, and they did. So we were able to get out of the park. Everyone was out safely. No one panicked. No one worried. It was great.
And folks around here expect this storm to get a little worse before it gets better. We'll have a lot more on Gordon throughout the night, so make sure you keep it right here. Reporting live from Minnesota Beach, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. Well, Adam, you can kind of hear that wind. We've seen it with some of our other reporters, and it's really picking up there.
It's all we've been talking about for weeks, and we head over to Josh Stone now with an update on First Alert weather. And Josh, this storm is going to be a little different this week.
All right, guys. Yeah, looks like this was not anticipated to grow so quickly. We had a little tropical wave, no big deal, and then bam, we had a tropical storm. Just a matter of hours, and that developed early this morning. You can see the counterclockwise swirl here. This is Gordon, and for the Suncoast right now, at least the majority of it, well, we're kind of quiet. Heavier storms to the north and heavier storms to the south, but it looks like some heavier wet weather rolling in close to, say, Boca Grande right now, where the biggest stuff here on the radar is well to the south here in Lee County. You're taking 75 going south. You're going to run into a wall of water once you hit Lee County and into around close to Naples and Collier County. But you can see the heavier showers there. As far as Charlotte County goes, well, it's kind of quiet. Now, here in Rotunda, we may have a few steady showers of rain. Boca Grande, like I talked about, that's kind of the southern, or should I say the northern edge of some of the heaviest wet weather that's affecting Lee County. But looks like right now, Boca Grande, Gasparilla Island, under some shower activity that's on the steady to heavier side. Now, plotting this out, looks like Gordon is going to continue on this west-northwest track towards the northern Gulf Coast, probably making landfall at the mouth of the Mississippi River here in Louisiana, possibly here around the southern state of Mississippi. And the latest on Gordon, we have sustained winds showing at 50 miles per hour, and there you go. It's moving to the west-northwest at 17 miles per hour. That's a pretty good clip, actually. If it was moving slower over these very warm waters in the Gulf, it probably would intensify even more and probably become a Cat 1 later tonight. But that's not the case. It's not the case. We could have a Category 1 hurricane take place by the time it makes landfall. But again, if this was a slower moving storm, it would have more time to strengthen and gain more strength. But that is not the case. It's moving pretty quickly at 17 miles per hour. Wind field, though, still clipping maybe part of the edge of the southwest portion of the Suncoast, maybe, like I said, Gasparilla Island potentially. But that's going to start to wrap up as this system pulls further into the Gulf and away from the state of Florida. Rainfall amounts anywhere from a ½ inch to potentially maybe an inch and a half. That's about it, at least for the Suncoast. Further south, easily 4 to 6 inches of rain by the time this wraps up. Blustery conditions for this evening. An easterly wind about 15 to 20 miles per hour, and some of the wind gusts could crank up to maybe about 25 miles per hour. Now, there's another system out here in the tropics. This is in the central Atlantic. This is Tropical Storm Florence. This track has Florence kind of banking towards the north and staying away from land. However, there is one model that shows an area of high pressure actually push, like around the ABC7 logo here, actually pushes Florence further south. Therefore, the track of Florence would be going further south and west, and then all bets are off what would happen here. But at least right now, that's several days away. We have time to forecast that and keep our eye on it. 79 degrees right now, just a few clouds out there. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies this evening. 76 would be the low. Expect breezy conditions and a few on-off showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. 89 for a high tomorrow. Of course, Gordon kind of wraps up, moves out into the Gulf. We'll expect mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. A few showers and storms will stay in our forecast over the next several days. And then by the end of the upcoming weekend into early next week, our best chance for mostly sunny skies. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Josh. Now taking a look at first alert traffic. The road's looking pretty clear at this hour. We are seeing some minor backups, though, heading south on US 41 just before Vamo Road in front of the Sarasota Square Mall. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Adam. In health news tonight, researchers make a major stride toward developing a non-addictive painkiller. A new chemical compound appears to provide pain relief that is more powerful than morphine, but without the addictive effects of opioids. Scientists at Wake Forest School of Medicine say this compound was effective at blocking abuse potential of prescription opioids. The new compound has been tested successfully in rats and monkeys, and final safety tests are now underway before clinical trials on people can begin. Runny noses, sore throats, stomach aches, they're all common in households with children. Now here's a look at 4 common kids' health issues and how to treat them. Cold symptoms should ease within 2 to 3 days. You can relieve your child's discomfort with Tylenol or ibuprofen. If you suspect strep, your pediatrician can do a rapid strep test, and then you can get results in up to 5 minutes. They'll also prescribe an antibiotic like penicillin. If your child has redness, itching, and a watery discharge in and around their eyes, your pediatrician can also tell you if it's pink eye. Experts recommend applying a clean, wet compress to that area several times per day. Can the ability to delay gratification have an effect on how much you earn? ABC's Emily Rao tells us why researchers seem to think so.
There's an old saying, good things come to those who wait. A new study suggests this may be true, particularly when it comes to future earnings. A Temple University research group conducted a study of 2,500 U.S. adults, collecting basic information like job title, gender, age, and height, along with reported annual income. They found that after occupation and education level, the strongest predictor of high earnings was delayed gratification. In other words, the longer you wait for rewards, the greater chance that your future salary might reflect it. This is the first study to show that delayed gratification has more influence on income than factors like age, ethnicity, and geographic location. Researchers indicate that further studies are needed, but in the meantime, passing on smaller, more immediate rewards may just be the better investment. With this Medical Minute, I'm Emily Rao.
Coming up, a massive fire destroys a historic museum in Brazil, and how an NFL quarterback surprised a doctor and a patient after their story went viral.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It fell off the roof of my car.
It fell out of my backpack.
Oh, it fell off my grocery cart.
I tossed it to a really clumsy friend.
I tripped while jogging.
My 2-year-old had a temper tantrum.
It bounced down 2 flights of stairs.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it. Batteries plus bulbs.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at NationalGuard.com.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
A massive fire engulfed Brazil's National Museum on Sunday, destroying priceless artifacts dating back centuries. The 200-year-old museum houses at least 20 million ancient relics, and the fire is believed to have destroyed the entire collections. Brazil's president calling the blaze quote, a sad day for all Brazilians, and said the loss is insurmountable. After 200 years of work, research, and knowledge have been lost, the National Museum of Rio was founded in 1818, making it the oldest historical institution in the country. The back end of a car is left dangling over the edge of a second-floor parking garage following a crash. The accident happened today in Pittsburgh. Police say a valet was driving the vehicle when it smashed through the wall. Traffic was shut down on a portion of the street below.
Well, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL is recognizing a Mayo Clinic doctor and a patient. For the past 11 years, Seth Bayless has been going to the Mayo Clinic for specialized treatment as he fights a rare autoimmune disease that is killing his health cells and tissues. Now, Seth is a Steelers fan and met another Steelers fan while at the hospital, Dr. John Stulak. Dr. Stulak gave Seth what he thought was a signed football from Ben Roethlisberger. The ball was a gift from his brother, but wasn't actually signed by Big Ben. Well, that story spread on social media, and when Ben actually saw that story, he stepped in to help.
I saw your guys' video online, Dr. Stu, how you gave the football to Seth. Thought that was really, really cool, but something kind of caught me off guard, that the autograph wasn't mine. So I want to send you guys a video just to let you know that I appreciate you guys' support. And Seth, why don't you check with your mom? She might have something for you, and you too, Doc.
Well, after watching that video, both were presented with autographed footballs from Ben. Dr. Stu says Ben wrote on that football, Dr. Stulak, you are a real hero. Now, Seth's football said, Seth, you are the man. But Dr. Stulak says the real hero is Seth. Coming up, a warning for beachgoers who like to look for sand dollars, why experts say you shouldn't take those sea creatures home. Plus, how red tide has affected businesses at Suncoast beaches over the holiday weekend. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I heard about the Thole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Thole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Thole Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Attention! Do you have Medicare? Do you want to make sure you have the most benefits and lowest possible out-of-pocket costs? You may be able to lower your out-of-pocket costs and get dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now to find out what you deserve.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Over 3 million people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline, but there are still many people who don't check to see if they're eligible for more benefits and lower out-of-pocket costs. It's so easy. One simple free call could save you money and get you more benefits. Be smart. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now.
Call now to see if you may be eligible to lower your copays and get extra benefits, including dental and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're able to save money and get more benefits now. Call 1-800-711-7200. Again, call 1-800-711-7200 now.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android.
This is awesome.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
I'll be right back. Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Imagine a world filled with pillow fights, playgrounds, and the search for the perfect climbing tree. Every kid deserves that world, but 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger. At No Kid Hungry, we're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, and we lift up communities.